like about working with Logan Ratick is that he's genuine. He's not afraid to be himself. He's got a great sense of humor, and Logan is also committed to learning about the Ohio Valley, and he's certainly not afraid of big stories.
I became a journalist because I love telling stories, whether they're about the community or individuals. It's my job to present both sides of an issue so that hopefully you learn something new every single day. I'm 7 News anchor Logan Ratick, and I love reporting the news for the Ohio Valley. And tonight is the night that so many families wait for and will officially light up all those magical displays. And 7 News anchor Catherine Guyan is live at Ogilvy Park to show you everything they have to offer for the 34th year of this celebration. Catherine. Joe Biden is hoping that the third time is the charm. He unsuccessfully ran for the Democratic nomination for president in 1988 and 2008, but a lot of people know him as the former vice president. Catherine Tallman and William Brooks are both looking to unseat Terry Pugh, who is currently serving as mayor of St. Clairsville. And right now, 7 News reporter DK Wright joins us live from Belmont County with the latest numbers in this race. DK. Another big mayor's race is being decided tonight, this one in Martins Ferry. Current Mayor Robert Kranick is looking to keep his job, but Martins Ferry will have a new mayor. John Davies has won the election with 52% of the vote. We will have a live report on this race later in the show. 7 News is your local election headquarters. Polls have been open all day across the northern panhandle for several municipal elections. 7 News reporter Taylor Long joins us live in the studio with a full breakdown of what races you should look out for. Taylor? DK, thanks. Another important race out of Martins Ferry now. An emergency services levy was up for a vote. Right now, this levy has passed. This is a 5-year levy that would pay for ambulance service, medical services, and salaries for EMS. And I'm Logan Ratick. Manchin grabbed an early lead and held onto it all night long. The fight for this seat has been intense since Patrick Morrisey won the Republican primary back in May. We will have reaction from Senator Manchin in just a few minutes. After releasing a video last week, he had his first rally today. And today the focus was really on how he could be a counterbalance to President Trump. He was saying that he believes he's the best opportunity for a Democrat to unseat the incumbent president. Catherine, Senator Capito is currently serving as chair of the Transportation and Infrastructure Subcommittee. When she joined the Senate in 2015, Congress passed a 5-year highway bill called the FAST Act. That bill increased federal dollars going to the Mountain State. It's now Congress's goal to draft and pass another long-term highway bill before September 2020, something Senator Capito has been working on for months.
The highway bill that we reauthorize every 5 or 6 years is really the heart of the highway program in West Virginia. That's where all the federal funding comes from.
Senator Capito has been working to make sure that the federal highway bill includes investments in West Virginia, especially when it comes to ensuring that bridge repairs are a top priority. Today, the Transportation and Infrastructure Subcommittee held a hearing focused on this bill. Senator Capito wants to make one thing clear. She says that something needs to be done about West Virginia's dilapidated bridges in order to avoid a catastrophe. We'll continue to keep you updated on this situation. Live in the 7 News studio, Logan Ratick working for you. Take a look at this. President Donald Trump is coming back to the Mountain State. The president will be in Wheeling on July 24th at a private fundraiser being held by Murray Energy CEO Robert Murray. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine and West Virginia House Speaker Roger Hanshaw will also be in attendance. Also out of Jefferson County, a pair of levies are being voted on tonight in Wells Township, one dealing with police protection and the other having to do with fixing the roads. So what have voters decided and how will these levies impact the community? For those answers, let's check in live with 7 News reporter Taylor Long. Taylor. We've been talking about it all night, and it's finally time to flip the switch and see the Festival of Lights. Let's send it back to 7 News anchor Catherine Guyan, who's live at Ogilvy. Catherine. In tonight's West Virginia Illustrated report, WVU football coach Neil Brown confirmed today that quarterback Austin Kendall missed a practice last week before the Texas game. Brown says Kendall did not practice last Sunday due to an infection in his throwing hand, but Kendall worked with the team the rest of the week, and Brown did not attribute the injury to Kendall's 4 interceptions in the loss to the Longhorns. Instead, Brown says Kendall displayed his toughness last week. It's official. The American Arena League Championship will be played right here in the Friendly City. The announcement was made this afternoon. The Rough Riders will take on the undefeated Carolina Energy at West Banco Arena next Saturday, June 29th. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. We'll have coverage of this matchup over the next week and a half to get you ready for game day. We get right to some developing news tonight. The former president of Wheeling University has filed a lawsuit against the school. Thank you for joining us for 7 News at 6. I'm Logan Ratick. 7 News has learned Michael Mihalio is not only suing the university, but the Diocese of Wheeling, Charleston, and several other people. His complaint was filed Friday in Ohio County Circuit Court. The lawsuit alleges Mihalio found alleged fraudulent activities when he was president. He also stated that he didn't know how bad the school's finances were before taking over. The lawsuit also alleges the school used money donated for scholarship purposes to cover the daily operations. He's represented by Wheeling attorney Teresa Torreseva. Happening right now at 5, a horrific case involving the death of a pedestrian right here in Wheeling early this morning. The details are so bizarre they were hard to believe at first. But 7 News has confirmed a woman was hit by a truck, then dragged more than 5 miles by another driver before that driver was discovered and stopped. And now we know the identity of the woman who was killed. Thank you for joining us for 7 News at 5. I'm Logan Ratick. But first, 7 News has learned from several reliable sources that Wheeling Jesuit University fired many of their faculty members today. As Pittsburgh and the nation continue to mourn, organizations and people around the city are doing what they can to help. Since Saturday's tragedy, several blood drive events have occurred across the Steel City, and today hundreds of people made their way to PPG Paints Arena for the Central Blood Bank Drive hosted by the Pittsburgh Penguins. I, along with 7 News reporter Chelsea Withers, attended the Penguins Drive, and we both gave blood. In the face of darkness, the region showed how good will always prevail over evil. Another story we're closely following now at 6. Police in Richland Township need your help identifying the suspect in a theft investigation. Thanks for joining us tonight for 7 News at 6. I'm Logan Ratick. Here's a first look at the suspect. Authorities say the man stole Milwaukee tools from Rural King at the Ohio Valley Mall. If you have any information on who this is, you're asked to call the Richland Township Police Department at 740-695-9543. Brand new now at 6, a profanity-laced voicemail message left by St. Clairsville Councilman Tim Porter has gone viral. A recording of the phone message he left to an unnamed individual has been sent to 7 News and others. Today, Porter speaks out to 7 News with his side of the story. He says he was angry at the person who Porter says borrowed money from him and refuses to pay him back. Porter says he should have never left the message, which includes the F word numerous times, and even uses a racial slur, the N word, referred to a man running for mayor. Well, Catherine, not too much has changed since we spoke to you a little bit under an hour ago. Right now, officers and investigators are still on scene trying to figure out what exactly happened here on Delaware Street a little bit earlier. We can tell you that the first 911 call came in around 4:16 p.m. The victim is a black male. He was shot multiple times and was non-responsive at the time. He was transported to Wheeling Hospital by the Wheeling Fire Department. We're still trying to figure out the status of the victim. Now, in terms of the suspect, that's unclear. It's possibly a male in his 20s wearing a black shirt. We don't know the race of the suspect. He ran towards the back channel of the Ohio River. Detectives, as I mentioned, are still on the scene. The search is on, and this all happened outside in this alley. And as I mentioned, last we checked, the victim is still alive. And later tonight, we're going to have more information for you on 7 News at 10 and 11. We're also going to be speaking with an officer who will tell us more about the situation. But for now, reporting live on Wheeling Island, Logan Ratick working for you.